Well, hey everyone, as you know, CloudCon 2026 is right around the corner, coming up in exactly a week and a half or so. So we are getting into CloudCon season here, and as I always tell everyone, and we do really work hard to bring you the very best sponsors and presenters and information to ensure that you are more informed when you leave CloudCon than when you came. And with that, I am really excited to sit down with Finn and Calvin Green from CyberSecond to talk a little bit about them and what they're doing, and then about Calvin's presentation that's coming up as well. So, Finn, Calvin, great to talk to you.
Likewise, likewise.
Likewise.
So why don't we start? I've got some questions that I want to ask, but why don't we start with, maybe just give us a brief introduction of the two of you for folks that might not know you.
Yeah, sure. So, we've been married for over 18 years, and yeah, that's us. We've been
Yeah,
married for
yeah.
18 years.
I mean, yes.
I guess I should have took the bite. I'm like,
Yeah.
she say, "Oh, I'm 10 and I work and do this." She like, we've been right. I'm like, that's who we are. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
all
who we are.
right.
I mean, yes.
It's a true partnership, and hey,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
lasted a long time already. So yeah.
Well, so I like to say I'm a person because when I go to events and everybody like, "Oh, hey, 10," and they're like, "Oh, that's 10's husband." I'm like, I'm a person, right? Like, so to everyone, I'm Kelvin. So I'm a person. Okay.
And I'm 10, by the way.
Nice. Well, so yeah, well, and congratulations on 18 years. That in itself, that might be a bigger challenge this day and age than cybersecurity. But congrats to the two of you for and another 18, 20, 30, however many more years you got.
Hey.
That's
Um,
right.
so Kelvin, I know you are a veteran of CloudCon. You've been here. You presented on the main stage. In fact, Finn, this is your first time to CloudCon, and in fact, while I know you guys travel a lot and you've traveled all over the world, then this is your first time to West Michigan. So,
Yep.
what is something that you're excited about to explore or learn about us while you're here?
So I read something about wet burrito. Um, so I would like to try that. That's something that it seems interesting. So kind of we're like foodies, so that's something that I think would be a new experience, and get into maybe some shenanigans at the beach. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, so I live west of Grand Rapids in Grand Haven. I might be a little partial, but I think we have the best beach in the entire country here. It's free of sharks and salt, so it's a very nice place to be. Yeah.
Definitely check it
Um,
out.
Well, I'm interested in that wet taco now because wet burrito. Sorry,
Yeah, wet
yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, I don't want to say that wrong.
I was trying to think of, foods that are like specific here. I think what we've done a good job of is taking other people's foods and putting our own twist on them. That web burrito certainly being one of them. So, yeah, plenty of things to try here for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
and this other thing called olive burgers.
oh, is that's interesting. So you don't have olive burgers where you're from?
No.
Okay. Um, Fago pop. Don't call it soda. But Fago pop if you want to try something else. Verner's if you're feeling a little under the weather. That's a big Michigan thing. That's Michigan medicine. Drinking a glass of Verner's soda, which
Okay.
in full transparency, I don't really like, but I'm also not a Michigan native, so I can say that and not get in too much trouble. So. So then you are going to be at the CyberSec and I booth. Kelvin, I'm sure you'll be there as well when you're not talking throughout CloudCon. So for folks that are coming to the event, and if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, what are you waiting for, people? The time is now. Tell us why someone should swing by the CyberSec and I booth and talk to you guys.
Well, when it's not gonna be like on presentation, right? We're not it's like no dry presentation or anything. We're just gonna talk. Right? It's like a regular conversation, connect, right? And I have this personality. Right? We're just gonna have fun. I mean, I'm gonna bring some special swags and
Mm.
yes. And then you know, just we're just gonna have fun, basically. And also, I'm
Yeah.
bringing my charming 14-year-old also
Oh,
along,
very
so yeah,
nice.
something
My
different.
my 12-year-old will be there, so maybe the two of them can run around and grab some swag, which young folks always like to do. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well,
well,
well, well, I got an issue with that. Hold on.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to be at the booth a lot. He will. So I was planning on walking around and meeting people. So I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
walk around, meet people, and talk to the other vendors and just go meet people. And he was going to work at the booth with her, but now you just told her you can send her worker away. So you might put me at the booth. So we got to talk about that. But okay.
I mean, unless you want to get all the swag, you're totally
No, no, oh,
welcome
no, no,
to
no, no,
grab
oh, no,
stuff
no.
yourself.
He
So,
he he's
however you
going to
want to do
walk
that.
around. No, oh, no, no, no. He's going to walk around. I just, I'm just like, like, don't tell him he's free. Like he's going to work some.
So, well, I love the idea of you guys bringing some fun and flair to the event. I think that's part of what CloudCon is based on, and I can tell from watching you guys on your social media that you're definitely a couple that likes to seek out, unique and spontaneous adventures, tank ranges, and Broadway plays and exotic locations, which is pretty awesome. When you look at an event like CloudCon, uh, which we try to be different, but I think these conventions have been somewhat formulaic over the years.
Mm.
How are you guys going to bring some different things on different days energy to the event?
Uh, um, well, just that, right? So different things on different days. We might just come in and um, the conversations more so, right? The connections
Yep.
with the different vendors, the people that are coming, the attendees. It's we're not gonna just talk about technology. We might talk about food. We might talk about, oh, what did you do last weekend? And what are your plans for the summer? What countries did you go to? I want to go to all the countries. Maybe there's a country that you might entice me to go to even more so,
uh, uh, uh,
right?
Essentially, I'll be the other side and say my side. Our goal is to get to know you. So like what Tim is saying is like we don't. So like a lot of vendors they want to say, hey, come here and we're going to talk to you at this booth to solve all your problems right now. In reality, you really just want the information from us to say, hey, this is what you can do, but you want to know us because at the end of the day, it's a human connection. You don't really want to be like, hey, I came here and we're going to help you with cybersecurity. Cool. And you go to the next booth, and I guarantee you, if it's a cybersecurity booth, what they're going to say is, we can help you with cybersecurity. How many times do you really want to go out and hear somebody say, we can help you with cybersecurity? So our goal is just to get to know you
Yeah.
and make a match.
Yeah, and I think that's perfect. I mean, that we our theme this year, as you guys know, is don't forget the humans. I think a timely theme has fallen into our laps. Fortunately, every year for CloudCon, I think this one is really relevant because I think that hits home. We live in this world of ones and zeros and agents and AI, but at the end of the day, people still matter, relationships still matter, those connections still matter. And I think that's one of the things that personally I've been most proud with CloudCon is I think we give everyone a really good opportunity to have real conversations with real people, leaning in even more so this year with our themes.
That's awesome.
Agreed.
So then I heard you were caught a little bit off guard recently on your trip to Singapore with how humid and hot it was. Now you
Hmm.
are coming to West Michigan at our hottest time of year, but how are you hoping that things, given that you'll be, yeah, a little indoor, a little outdoor at CloudCon? How are you hoping that things will be here?
I'm hoping that I don't sweat as much. So I think once we got outside in Singapore, the humidity was insane. It uh, I did not expect that, and I'm holding Michigan to this low humidity factor thing so that I don't sweat this much. I mean,
I hope that happens. I have been watching the forecast as I always do leading up to this. Last year was our hottest year on record for CloudCon.
oh my.
It's not looking quite as hot this year, but to you, Calvin, everyone else that might be watching or attending, this is a conference in late July at a baseball stadium. Please dress appropriately. Uh, every year, someone shows up in a suit and tie and then immediately regrets that decision. So.
Well, I'm hoping we get some CloudCon shirts.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
All
All
right.
of
Well,
our
all right.
sponsors get the Whitecaps jerseys, so that's
Hey.
become a part of CloudCon lore over the years. You will undoubtedly see probably 6 years worth of jerseys now. I occasionally see them around town. I occasionally see them at a baseball game when I do go and watch the Whitecaps. So
Nice.
yes, absolutely, everyone gets a jersey at CloudCon for sure.
Well, let,
That's
let me
that's
testify to everyone about how great those shirts are. I have mine from when I went. I hold it over my wife's head. I'm like, I got one. You don't got one. So she's going to get one. I'm going to have two. So just so you know,
here's a
love my.
here's a competition now.
Be on the lookout for the big reveal, which will be coming up a couple of days before the event that we tend to do typically do out on a boat over here on the lakeshore. So I think they look really really good this year.
Awesome.
Um, let's switch a little bit for folks that may not know Cybersec and I. Talk a little bit about your business, things that you're doing to help folks in this wild wild world of cybersecurity.
Kelvin?
Oh, well, so we're cybersecurity advisor. So, but we aren't really advisors in the sense that, hey, we come out and we're going to be the ones in your industry to help you. We're more of a helper to an advisor. And what I mean by that is that we focus on human behavior. So we work with the top cybersecurity advisors in the different verticals, and we help them to understand how to understand the people, meaning translation. So Tin said to you, hey, Kelvin, you speak about this. That's because she felt that was something that I would speak about. But on that same token, if you said, hey, we want to get to know the person and we want to do discovery from a technical side, me, but from a personal side, we want to translate that to the accounting team, you would talk to Tin. Then we would get back together and we would say, hey, we understand that. Let's put UEBA behind it. So we are more of a human-centered company, meaning we understand what the people need to understand to be secure, to work with that technology versus just, we got you the technology.
And that partnership is why this has lasted for 18 years and going strong. That you guys balance each other out. That's the perfect blend there. Um, Kelvin, so if we take that down from your business down to your presentation, which is going to be human plus AI, a love story, or social engineering. Which I love the title. There's a lot of folks that are signing up for it, so I think a lot of people love the title and the abstract. But what is like one main thing that you are going to try to get across to everyone? Like if people that are maybe haven't signed up for their sessions yet, like what is this something that they're going to get out of your presentation?
That the same way you love, say, Pepsi or Coca-Cola or whatever it may be, and you're like, hey, this is my drink, this is my brand. However it may be for someone who you are with today that you love, or someone who you met that you had that good feeling, a bubbly feeling inside, you said, hey, I like it. You're going to get that exact same feeling from AI plus, 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 because it's going to know you better than anybody else. Because remember, the LLM won't forget your anniversary like I'll be forgetting birthdays and things here and there. So there you go.
Yeah, I think it's such a fascinating time having worked in this industry for over 30 years now, and remembering a time where technology was at its most rudimentary, basic levels. Like I remember a time before Wi-Fi, and to where we are now, and with some of the new things with AI that are coming out, you know, there's a lot of hysteria, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of fear. I think the happy medium is somewhere in the middle of all of that. So, yeah, I think bringing the human touch again. Humans still matter, right? We still have a place in this world, and I think we have to understand that AI, much like every other technology that has come along, is just a tool for us to use.
Yeah, agree. Every tool has its ups and downs. Nuclear power is what powers the world, right? Like it's powering the world right now. But on that same note, nuclear power is what's going to destroy us all, right? Like if we set off that nuclear bomb, it's like bah, right? So it's like, hey, it's
Yeah.
good and it's bad, and so AI is good and it's bad. So we're here to just help people understand, hey, it's good for you, but there is a bad, and we want to help you block it with people like Matt.
I do my best. I do my best. So, Kelvin, you were last year in 2022, on a big panel on the main stage there on the first base dugout, representing Sumo Logic at the time. I think you had a good time, enjoyed Grand Rapids and West Michigan. Now you're returning a couple of years later as an award-winning cybersecurity transformation leader. Talk to us a little bit about that journey and like coming back in this place that you're at now.
So there's one thing that I'm looking forward to the most. When I was there, I saw people outside in the park dancing. They were like doing some hand dances or whatever. And I was like, oh man, I want to go do that. So my wife wasn't there. So I'm like, she's there now this time. If we can go do that, I want to do that. I want to do that. So there you go. That is what I eat food, but that is what I want to do.
Gosh, I wonder where that was at. I'm sure you can find it though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there. We were walking around. I think it was like down. I want to say downtown. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know where I
Yeah.
was.
That makes sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, one thing you will find about West Michigan people, we really love West Michigan. We say West Michigan like people say West Virginia. So there's always something fun going on. I think our keynote a couple of years ago was about how Grand Rapids was becoming, was an up and coming city, becoming a big deal in the technology sector. I say repeatedly, I think that this area holds some of the absolute smartest, most talented technology and security people on the planet, and yeah, and it's also just a really nice place. So yeah, you guys will certainly have some fun while you're here.
Definitely.
So one of the things that Calvin, that I really think is critical this day and age, touches on, the AIs that the bad guys are using are really, really good at understanding emotions and behavior. This has made things like ransomware and social engineering happen at I think a more sophisticated scale than maybe what we've seen before. You have been recognized for your focus on emotional intelligence and human behavior in relation to cybersecurity. So, why would you say standard security programs and software are starting to fail, or we're seeing them starting to fail in this new era of AI?
I feel it's because people are not humans. People are not involved in actually achieving their goals as a part of security. Meaning, the way is that someone comes into work and they're like, "Hey, I got to do my job." They're not thinking about being secure. They're thinking about doing their job. What is the easiest and fastest way for me to get this job done so I can go home? That doesn't necessarily need to security. And so we want to help people reframe that to, hey, it's benefiting me to be secure. So, in other words, if I am not being secure, I am not going to be rewarded at the job. I'm not going to be achieving all my goals. I am not going to achieve my personal goals. And so we want to get the people involved and motivated to say, hey, I'm taking security as a part of my job because when I do this, this is critical for me to win, not just the company said I need to do it.
Yeah, I love that. Another thing that I talk about a lot is there is a bit of a divide in a lot of organizations between the security IT teams and the end users. And, I think we're at a point now where, uh, security and IT people really have to lean in on the human side of this and have much closer interactions with their end users. We have to ensure that they have the knowledge and the capability and the tooling that they need to actually be able to do what you're just saying, right? Like we can't have at the rate that the attacks and other things are changing, so must our messaging to our end users so that they're able to stay up on it. This is my new defense of end users theme that I've been going with recently, because I think a lot of times we put very high expectations on our end users to work faster but be secure, but we don't really give them the tools to be able to do that, or the knowledge to be able to do that. So what a great time right now for security and technology people to bridge that gap and actually really truly train our end users.
And I want to put a picture in for 10. This is where 10 steps in and helps. So you all heard what Matt said. 10 would take that and translate that to whatever team she's talking to. So if she was talking to the accounting team, you would.
Yeah, I would definitely talk to them, but I would also say that in the divide, like you said, the divide, the security team and the IT team versus the end users, um, there is this trope that the security and IT team are scary, right?
Yeah.
So it is also in the responsibility, I would say not responsibility, but in for the security and IT team to take on, in my opinion, to show that we're not scary, right? We're friendly people. We can go around, do our rounds and whatever, and talk to people as they are human also, and not just end users. I used to work as a help desk, and I would walk around and just say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" And and they wouldn't be scared to tell me, "Hey, um, oops, I clicked on something, or something is wrong with my laptop right now.
Yeah.
Not sure if I did something wrong, but it's not working properly." So, and then I'm like, "Okay, cool, no problem. Let me do what I gotta do, and then you'll be fine." But like they're scared to be reprimanded, right? They're scared to get in that ruler on the hands, like getting hit,
Sounds
right?
like someone grew up Catholic. Um,
N- no, not Catholic
uh,
at all.
I think that is absolutely profound what you're saying there, because you are you really would rather have an end user who clicks on something, feels safe and secure enough to come to you and say, I just clicked on something. I don't know what happened. I just want to let you know, than them going, ooh, I'm worried that I'm going to get in trouble now. So I'm just going to not say anything and hope that this goes away. And then the next thing you know, your entire company is compromised. So I think that's again a very profound statement that that gap needs to be bridged. We need to all talk to each other like humans. We need to keep everyone as informed as possible, so that, because at the end of the day, like, everyone wants to do their job well. Everybody wants to be secure. Nobody wants to be the cause of their company's incident. uh, it's gotten a lot harder, right, with the sophistication of these attacks that are coming at us. So yeah, it is, uh, the era of AI is the most pressing time for humans to act like humans. Kelvin, for leaders and other folks that are coming to CloudCon, and again, if you haven't got your tickets, cloudcon.ai, go get them right now. Well, listen to the rest of this and then go get them. We can wait that long. But one thing that I see a lot of is organizations going out and spending a lot of money, to sometimes the frustration of their boards of directors, buying a whole lot of tools, Dashboards look green. They feel safe. They've bought all this stuff, but I I don't, give us the hard truth of what that actually looks like in the real world.
Oh man, that's a good one. So first off, you said all the green lights on the dashboard. Okay. That's all it really told somebody. It told them that they had green lights. What they do is they say, "Oh, when I saw green lights, I'm safe." Well,
Yeah.
what's really safe? Is that green light actually giving you information that you can use to protect yourself? Meaning, hey, somebody sent out some data in the email and they sent out a little bit over time every day, every week at different times. Does the green light tell you that? No? Well, then that
Yeah.
green light's not really protecting you. So, what we want people to understand is that what you need to understand is that first, what you need to protect yourself against. So before you go out and get all those tools and say, "Hey, I spent $1 million, I'm secure," you need to say, "Hey, what am I securing?" And when you understand the people, and especially when you get them talking, meaning, like Tim was saying, if you go talk to the people, then they'll say, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to log into this HR system over my phone. I don't do it over my computer. I do it on my phone." So then it doesn't matter if you spent $1 million securing everybody's laptop if everybody uses their phone. Even if 10% of the users use their phone. So you want to say, hey, I want to know what you're going to use so I can secure that. Don't make your employees work to be secure. Make the security work for your employees. So when you find out from what they want to use, buy that. You know what they're going to do, what you need to secure. Buy that for them, and there you go.
Yeah. I think you just created a t-shirt there in there somewhere. I like that slogan. So, yeah, I agree. And wholeheartedly. And I think, a couple of things, if you have a whole bunch of tools, but you're only using 25% of them, you're not really doing security. And yeah, if you are just relying on, dashboards, also probably not doing security. And if you create too much static in the environment, if it's too hard to do something, or you quite frankly don't give people a secure way to do things, they will inevitably find their own way around it. And that is 100% of the time not the secure way to go about doing things, right?
And I like when you said that too hard because a lot of people go too hard. They make it. They say I'm gonna be really secure and it's really hard, and people just say I'm gonna bypass it. I'll leave it logged in. I'll do anything to get around your too hard.
Yeah, yeah, that friction is real. I mean, that's why, the shadow everything ends up showing up in environments and causes a lot of problems. So, well, hey, you two. First of all, a preliminary welcome, either to or back to West Michigan. We are really excited to have Kelvin, you presenting, 10, you and CyberSec and I having a booth in the vendor showcase. For anyone that is listening to this, now go get your tickets and make sure that you go into the Expo Pass app, sign up for Kelvin's presentation. This is definitely one that you don't want to miss. Swing by the table. I heard they're going to have some cool swag, so grab some of that, and talk to them and CyberSec and I about how they can help you do a better job of security and being human all at the same time. So, 10, Calvin, thank you very much for your time, and great to see
Thank
you.
you.
We'll see you in a week or so.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you soon.
Thanks, Matt.